3D boxing here at World Star Henry Arredondo. How's it going, World Star?
It's going good. It's going good. Can't complain.
How did you deal with that snowstorm? I know y'all ain't used to that in San Antonio. How did that go?
Yo, man, it was fun at first, but then after a while, you kind of got old. You had to stay inside the house. Everybody was panicking, and it was just wild.
So you had a gym for a couple days?
Yeah, everything was shut down. We couldn't go nowhere, and plus I live out in the country, so I gotta drive like 10 minutes just to get into town, and I wasn't gonna do all that. So.
I want to get to your last fight. You dropped the controversial decision. Obviously, they announced you as a winner, and then they changed their mind. Everybody thought you won. How did you take that? And is it any?
I'm not gonna dwell on the past. I thought I won. But I can't compete with people that have the upper hand with promotions. He already had the upper hand coming in the fight. So it is what it is. I thought I won. Sean Porter thought I won, but I'm gonna come back harder. I'm gonna come back stronger, and next time I won't leave it in the judges' hands.
Is there any consolation that everyone who watched the fight, including Sean Porter on his podcast, that everyone thought you won? Did you say, okay, I just got robbed?
Yeah, I watched the fight again, but it is what it is. I thought I won. I know I gave away the first 2 rounds. I haven't fought in a year, but I'm not making no excuses for that. He is a good fighter. I had to get his timing down. It is what it is. It was an 8-round fight. I know for sure I let go of the first 2 rounds, but I thought after the 3rd round, it was mine. Like for the rest of the fight, I had him backing up. It seemed at the end of the fight, he was he was glad the fight was over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like a relief to him the fight was over, and I was still coming. So I could have went 10, 12 rounds if I wanted to. I felt good. I was in shape for that fight.
That was like how.
It is what it is, though. I ain't gonna joke about it. I'm gonna come back. One loss. It's not like I lost to a bum. The dude is a good fighter. He was a Olympic trial. What is it? He was like an Olympic
alternate.
Alternate or whatever it is. Yeah. So he was a good fight. He was a good boxer, man. He's not no bum. So.
You fought well. You accounted for yourself well. Like I said, everyone thought you won.
Yeah, I thought.
You fought that fight at 122. Talking about moving up and down in weight. Is 122 where you're going to stay? Is it back to 26, or can you go lower?
And I have a fight in April. That fight's going to be at 126, and we'll go from there. It depends on how I feel. 122 was a little hard to make, but at the same time, I think I had a long training camp. My body it was just holding on to weight. It wasn't wanting to let go of no weight, and it's just hard. Like when you're a boxer, you know what I'm talking about. It's just hard, when we're losing weight and stuff. But it is what it is. First, I'm gonna fight at 126 in Mexico, and then from there, we'll go from there and see what it is.
2020 was obviously a crazy year. You only fought the one time in 2020, right? 2021, hopefully things open up and we can get back in the ring.
Yeah.
You want to stay busy, and what's the plan for 2021?
Yeah, 2021, man, I want to be busy. I want to fight at least like 6-7 times. I want to stay consistent. I want to stay in the gym. I want to stay in the ring, and and if I get a phone call, PVC, top rank, I'll be ready to go. You know what I mean? I just gotta stay ready.
I grew up watching. I watched you grow up in the ring in San Antonio. I've been to almost every single one of your fights in San Antonio. You got a big following in San Antonio. We want to see you back here. Do you have any plans to fight back in San Antonio?
I wish. If it was up to me, we'll schedule a fight right now in San Antonio. But with everything going on, nobody wants to lose money on spending with a big venue and stuff like that. But once things open up, I plan to fight here in San Antonio for sure.
I want to ask you about a ton of good fighters. 2 world champions from San Antonio. Your boy Mario Barrios and Josh Franco, both world champions. Bam Rodriguez is on the verge. Hector Hara fights again. There's yourself. There's Eddie. Who's going to be the next one to bring a world title back to San Antonio?
The next one for sure is Bam Rodriguez. I've been saying that he has a talent. He has a talent, all the talent in the world. He's going to be the next one. Ramon Cardenas just won a WBA.
That's right.
A WBA NABA title. Congrats to him. He's another one coming from San Antonio. He's real good. There's Goyo. But I think after Bam, I know Bam's next for sure to win a world title. After that, I feel Hector should, because Hector is already on the verge of coming up there. He's gonna have a good fight coming up too. And from there, shit. we're all talented fighters here in San Antonio. Our time is coming. It's
Yeah,
just a matter of when.
what's going on in the world of San Antonio that all of a sudden it's pouring out all these world-class fighters at the same time?
It's crazy because like once Mario Barrios won the world title, he kind of like brought some attention over here. And like there's Biggie too, and then Biggie started knocking people out on Top Rank, you know. So and it just kind of like brought like, hey, like what is San Antonio about? And shit, you know, we always been good in San Antonio. So it is what it is. The talent's there, and it just the world had to see it. You just have to show the world.
Biggie's about your Robert Rodriguez. He's about your size, 118, 122. He's about your size. Have you sparred with him, and is there any competition between the two of you? You guys both kind of the same stage of your career.
I sparred Biggie plenty of times, man. He's real good. There's always competition when you're fighting. You know, we're men, so you know another man punches you in the face. You're gonna feel some type of way about it. But yeah, it's always competitive, of course. And I mean, he's real talented, man. I also sparred with Bam Rodriguez. He's a one hell of a fucking fighter.
Tell us about Bam, because he's like taking everyone by storm. I talked to Robert Garcia and Virgil Ortiz, and they both said that Bam's the best guy in the camp. How good is Bam?
Hey, Bam is very, very, very talented. Like God gift, you know, it's God gift talent, man. It's nothing you can't teach. It's you know what I'm saying? He's good, man. I spar from experience. I'm sparring him. You know, he has a volume of punches. He does have a pop for being a little dude for 108 pounds.
Yeah.
He has a pop on him, man, and you know he uses his angles real good.
So the angles and the footwork, is that what makes him special?
Good. He gets in distance, out of distance. You know what I'm saying? In range, out of range. I mean, and yeah, man, he's real good and talented fighter.
I wanted to ask you, there's two Texans fighting in my part of the Texas, Fort Worth. Virgil Ortiz and Maurice Hooker. Who do you like in that fight?
Virgil. I like Virgil.
Virgil's just too powerful.
He's powerful and that dog, and you know. And Hooker, I mean, I'm not giving anything away from him. He's a good fighter.
But everyone's saying that. Hooker's good, but I'm taking Virgil.
But, you know, in the pro game, you know, it's a hurt business. So, I mean, and then plus, man, you know, Mexican pride, baby. So,
Absolutely.
Virgil, baby.
Tell everyone where they can find you. First tell everyone when and where you'll be back in the ring, and then tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
I'll be back in the ring the first week of April. Hopefully, if everything goes right, that's when I'm going to be fighting, and hopefully I'll be fighting there on. You can find me on social media, on Facebook, Henry Arredondo, and on Instagram, World Star Henry.
God bless, Henry. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.